Hello and welcome back. This week I am doing a reading for the month of August 2021. This will of course be a general reading, so it might not resonate for you, and that's totally fine. Take the things that make you think, that make you feel, leave everything else behind, and let's focus on getting into your higher vibe. If you've not done so yet, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, know how much it means to me. Also, if any thoughts or feelings, questions, ideas pop up for you while we are going through this reading, leave them down below. I love to hear from you, so don't be shy. All right, let's see what is going on for Taurus, August 2021. Today's been a real day of cards flying out of the deck. See what we got. 2 of Wands, 10 of Wands, the Chariot, Queen of Swords, and the Star. Wow, okay. Interesting energy for you this month. Overall energy for the month of August is the Death card. We're going through a change this month, Taurus, and I know how much a Taurus likes a change. Not much. But I think we're going to be open to it maybe. I think this is a change coming out of a place of necessity and of consciously up-leveling ourselves in some way, okay? And I say ourselves because I'm also a Taurus. So with the Death card coming in here, we are spending August thinking about parts of our life that we want to transform, places where we want to see change, where we want to be able to let go of cycles or create a new cycle. Maybe August is going to be a month for you about building a new routine for yourself in some way, or about eliminating a thought process that you feel plagues you on some level and allowing that to help transform you. Universe is going to be pushing you into action this month here with the Chariot and the Star card coming up. I think it's going to make it so that we have to start moving forward towards a goal. And by that, I mean like actual, tangible, actionable steps towards a goal. We see you getting more concise. We see you getting more direct in your communication, and a greater willingness to kind of let go of things, move on from things, to focus on what did I learn from that experience and how can I carry it forward into my next phase. We see you spending the beginning of the month here, Taurus, working on making a game plan, maybe for the rest of 2021, you know, like preparing for the fall sort of situation. But we're thinking about long term. If you are somebody who has been sort of free floating around and thinking, you know, I'd really like to make some changes in my life, we're going to see you get more serious about actually making those changes over the next month. So let's do a little clarifying and see what else we can take away here. Overall, some really nice energy though, Taurus. I think, you know, change can be challenging, but with this forced hand, I think you're going to be feeling compelled to move, and that's going to make the changing part a little bit less daunting. Let's start with looking at the Death card here. Strength, the King of Cups or Muse of Emotions in this deck, and the Three of Voices. So I think this change is going to be coming on the heels of some disappointment, okay? Yeah, I really venture that there's something that you've been trying to get going in your life, or maybe you've been applying for a new job of some kind, though I'm not really getting major like work energy. It's sort of here, but not necessarily. There's going to be a disappointment that happens to you, I think, within an interaction with somebody that you care about. They're not going to support you or move through the interaction in a way that you expect. And I think that that's going to make you view them a little bit differently and change your approach to how you deal with them. And it's going to call into question, how is it that I interact with other people in my life? Am I somebody who's a little bit of a pushover? Do I need to create some firmer boundaries for myself here? This death card and the Strength card on top of one another really give me that sort of energy of, you know, where am I bending for all the people in my life? And who is making me bend more than others? That's a really good question to ask. Let's look at the Two of Wands down here. Knight of Voices, 10 of Inspiration coming up again. That's that 10 of Wands energy, and the 6 of Inspiration or 6 of Wands card. So there is some there is some success available to you here, Taurus, but I think you've just like not been viewing it objectively, and now we're going to start to talk about it more. Now we're going to start to look at it in a more clear way, and we're going to take stock and evaluate what in ourself is ready for that change and what in ourself is not ready. What skills do we have that are going to make it so that we are going to have, you know, fulfillment, that we're going to have happiness, that we're going to have that success and be able to reach bigger and bigger things. And what stuff do we need to let be? I don't have words today. What things do we need to leave behind? Part of this planning phase in the early part of the month for you, Taurus, is where am I spending my energy that I am not getting a return on it? Where am I investing my energy that I am seeing a return? And how can I get more of it? And how can I invest more there? How do I see a bigger return come back for me? How do I take that return and amplify it? That's what we're going to be talking about and looking at. So it's going to be kind of a two-part planning. How do I lean more into the things that are making me feel really good and lean a little bit less into the things that I have to put energy into that don't give me a return that feels great? We'll look at the Chariot here as well for you. The World, 5 of Inspiration, and the 10 of Voices. So again, we're getting started on something new here, Taurus. This mindset shift that we see you go through in August, now that we have a plan and we can take action, universe is going to say, yes, take that plan, get moving, get moving, get moving. Let me help you. You're going to see things coming up that are just pushing you forward on and on. But with that, with this flurry of change, because I think there is going to be some pretty quick changes that come up for you here, we're going to recognize our ability to become more adaptable, or our need to become more adaptable when obstacles come up, when things are in our path. How are we, getting through them? What sort of agility do we have? Do we need more? What things are we carrying around with us too, Taurus, that are not serving us? This brings us back to this planning phase of leaning into the things that are really important and valuable and that make us feel really good, and leaning out of the things that don't. And I think you carry all of it with you all of the time. You feel this duty to be carrying it with you. And we're going to see you kind of mid-month when this action is taking up place, when we're starting to move more, feeling more able to shed those mindsets, shed those burdens, shed those things that are living rent-free in your mind. All those duties that you feel you have to invest in because of the person involved, because you've been doing it for so long, whatever it is, the story that you're telling yourself, it's going to become easier to let go. We'll look at the star here. Ooh, the Knight of Materials just flew out. I think we are going to see some shifts in work life happening. I don't think that's been the primary theme though. Wheel of Fortune and the Muse of Inspiration. I actually quite, I like the energy that's coming out here, Taurus, because what it's saying to me is, I trust that universe is going to keep me on the path. I'm going to take steps forwards. This is me here, Knight of Materials, taking steps forward. They'll be deliberate steps. They will be deliberate steps. I will take them slow and steady, but I'm taking them from a place of empowerment. I'm taking them from a place of confidence, and I trust that the universe will continue to lay the path out ahead of me. And I think that's a challenging thing for you, Taurus, very practical mind, right? A want to understand how everything's going to work and take those diligent steps, and less about, trusting that universe will provide. And here we're going to see you trusting that universe is going to continue to show you where to step next. As long as I am taking action, more action opportunity will become available to me. So overall, in August, a transformative month for you, Taurus. This is going to cause you to challenge your view of the people around you, of the things around you, of the opportunities that you participate in, where you're spending your energy, and get us into this space where we make a plan early in the month for what we want to see happen to get us towards our goals right now. And universe is going to reward you for making that plan by helping give you a push and continuing to give you a push. And I think through that, you're going to start to trust more and more that universe will provide. I hope this is helpful to you, Taurus. If it was, leave me a thumbs up, leave me your comments and questions, and I'll see you back here next week.